Hello guys, I'm finally back from a little bit of college. This is technically my rest week because currently it's a holiday and Monday is also going to be a holiday. So there's going to be a lot of time for me to start making videos again. So yeah, let's begin. In this case, let's talk about the newest episode of Fate Remnant Collide, ladies and gents. So yeah, let's begin, shall we, ladies and gents? So we go to a flashback specifically towards Walter, as Walter would be in some sort of slums. He's a lot younger, at least like about not really 5, I meant more like about actually no. Yeah, about 10 years old at least, as he would be carrying a kid with him. She has the same colored hair as him, as he would say this. Look, be careful there. You're still hurt, she would say with a tired tone, as she would say this. Brother, it hurts, she would say, as you'd say, yes, I know. Just a little longer. We'll be there soon. As that, he would start moving towards a broken down shack. After getting inside, he would put down his things as he would say this. So, do you have enough time? As she would say, maybe, brother. But I feel so tired. As he would say this, don't worry. I'll get you the medicine soon. I'll promise. Saying this, he would get outside and say, be careful. Do not move anymore. Got it. After saying it, she would nod her head as she would be tucked into a makeshift bed. Doing so, he would close the door of the cabin or the rickety shack as he would start leaving. As while he was walking away, he would walk towards a familiar woman. And we would end this flashback. As we would go back to the present, as Rex, would finally summon the extra class servants that he was supposed to summon. As the golden light from last episode would explode, everybody would be in shock. As after the light dies down, 2 people would appear, each looking quite interesting. As a woman would appear, being that of a woman with blonde hair and bluish eyes, wielding a flagpole, as on her hip was a sword. The other was standing on a throne, or more, I meant sitting on a throne, with multiple lantern-like objects floating around him, as he's wielding some sort of staff with the blade at the bottom, while also at the top, seeming looking like a light show in a way. He would have markings around his face, as he would look about 20 or somewhere in that mid-range, as the woman would say this. Servant, ruler, I am Jean d'Arc, the great maiden of Oleon, at your service, she would say, as she would be wielding her flag, as the other one would say this. Servant ruler. Now, you may just call me James Moriarty. Now, may I ask of you, are you prepared to cause havoc? He would say, with a somewhat manic tone, as when they were revealed, as Mulaney, the white one, by the way. I mean, both of them are white, skin color wise, but I meant the one in white and blue clothing would say, whoa, what is that? She would say. As Milshi would say, is that a semblance? After saying it, Team Indigo, yeah. I almost forgotten their name. Team Indigo would be surprised, as they would say, "Is that his semblance?" They would say simultaneously, as Rex would say this. "Now, by my command seal, bring us forth victory," he would say. As after saying that, a part of his command seal would slowly start disappearing. As doing so, they would charge into battle. As Adam would say this, "None of this will matter. I'll crush you like the insects you are," he would say. As after saying that, he would rush towards the two servants. As the now revealed James Moriarty would say, "Absolutely pathetic." After saying this, he would get ready his as while rushing towards one of the, servants. Adam would strike towards Moriarty first, as he would block the attack with his staff-looking weapon, as he would say, "Interesting. I never thought to see a demon here," he would say, as he would throw him back with his staff-like weapon. As Joan would charge in, as she would strike him with her polearm, or should I say, his I meant her flagpole, as she would stab him right in nearby, or not really stab him, more actually, yeah, sort of stab, or strike towards his stomach, as it would be blocked by the aura. Doing so, he would jump back. Doing so, he would say, "Nice attempt, but it will not work this time," he would say. As doing so, he would get ready his semblance. And if you're wondering what I'm watching in the background, I'm watching Digimon. Yeah. Or more specifically, Digimon Adventures 2020, because I'm probably going to make a what if about it. Maybe. You probably know this from my old channel that I absolutely love Digimon from Pokemon, because come on, there's really a Digimon called Gundramon, and it's just basically a dragon gun. Or a dragon made of guns. Genius. Anyway, continuing on. As while Adam was getting ready to strike, as when Rex saw this, he would say, "Jade!" he would say. As doing so, she would say, "Very well, master," she would say. As she would get ready her flagpole, as it would slowly start, or at least the flag part would slowly start becoming and shaping, looking like I guess you'd say a infinity symbol. As she would say this. As doing so, she would say this, "Oh, flag of mine, protect our comrades," she would say. And slowly you start hearing the Soviet anthem. God damn it. I can't unsee that meme. Anyway, let's just, retract from that. As she would say, "Oh, flag of mine, protect our comrades." As slowly a golden energy would start flowing through the area. As she would finally say this, "Lumisit Etanel." Doing so, a large shield made from pure golden light would basically appear in front of them. As when Adam striked with his semblance, not noble phantasm, as it would not affect the shield, as everybody would be surprised, including Adam and the rest of the White Fang. As when the attack stopped, Adam would say, "How? That was how?" As she would say this flag of mine is a shield," she would say. "Now, as for you, Moriarty, I think it's your turn." As he would say this, "Very well, lady. Very well, maid of Oleon. Now, prepare yourselves," he would say, For I, the great Moriarty, shall show you true despair." As he would start chanting, "If you are good, then I am evil. You will be destroyed as I prosper. As multiple bills of what seems to be yen, as everybody would be surprised, thinking, wait, why is there, as they will start to explode, burning some of the White Fang members. As while doing so, Jean would say, so, you're like me, a ruler class, though yours is, as he would finish up his noble phantasm by its name. Let me just check the name. Malignancy, annihilation, he would say, as after doing so, an explosion, far larger than most explosions should be, would destroy the area, including Adam. As after the explosion, he would say, quite magnificent, what do you think? He would say, as he would come out of his, throne, as he would bow. As doing so, everybody would just be surprised, as one of them, specifically that of, as Nebula would say this, what is your semblance? She would look towards Rex, as one of them, another one specifically that of, Milshia, the red one, would say, what the, is that really your semblance to basically summon these guys? She would say with a surprised look, as Rex would say this. Yes. Though I am quite weak by myself, I am quite the commander, he would say. As one of them would say, bullshit, said a somewhat angry, said Harmony. As she would say, the biggest fucking understatement of the year, she would say, obviously. As when she said that, they would look back at the battlefield, seeing several White Fang members either injured or turned into ash. I'm not joking, but one thing was clear. Adam was there, still barely surviving, as there's multiple burn marks across his body, as they would see a part of his face. His face being covered, or at least one of his eyes being covered by some sort of branding, as he would say, you bastard, he would say, as he would say this is not over, I'll still, as before he can say anything else, a person would arrive, as a man would appear, as he would say, oh, poor little Adam, he would say, I think it's enough for you now. I'll handle this, he would say. As Adam would look and would see him. You. What do you want? As everybody else would be surprised, including that of Rex. As Rex would say, wait, you're Arthur Watts? What are you doing here? I thought you were... As he would say, oh, surprised. I did really meet you, though. I did hear some stories from Ironwood about your progress. But either way, it's nice to meet you in the flesh. Call me Dr. Watts. But you can just call me, as he would lift off his left hand, revealing a command spell? Rex would be surprised, as everybody else would be surprised as well. As one of them would say, wait, what the heck is a command spell? Said a somewhat surprised do. As he would say this, oh, don't worry. Allow me to show you the power that you possess. As he would say this, come to me, caster! As doing so, a person would arrive. As the servant would say this, well, it's really been a while. Allow me to introduce myself. You may call me Ashiadoman. And so, the scene would fade to black. So yeah, this is today's episode. I'm going to be making another episode later on tonight. So yeah, hope you're ready for that. So yeah, bye-bye!